Welcome to the channel everyone. This is Dave here. This is the yearly forecast for year of 2026 for Scorpio moon and Scorpio rising. We have a massive shifts coming up that are going to bring a lot of stability and transformation to your life. So without further ado, let's get straight into the reading. First, let us look at the overall energy for the year based on the January 1st placements. Then we will dive deep into the major planetary shifts that will be happening throughout the year. On January 1st, we start the year with a bang. Mercury, Venus, Sun, and Mars are all conjunct in your second house of Sagittarius, creating a powerful stellium. So let's break this down. Mars, your first and sixth lord, is joining forces with the Sun, your 10th lord, Venus, your 7th and 12th lord, and Mercury, your 8th and 11th lord. Having all these energies in your second house of assets and speech is huge. This conjunction is bringing a sudden work opportunity that requires daily travel. Think along the lines of travel-based roles like a tourist guide or even something flexible like driving for Uber. This work isn't just a side gig, it's going to bring much needed stability to your life, providing money, food and shelter. If you are already working, expect sudden positive changes in your profession. We are talking about a promotion to a senior role. And this isn't just a title change. It comes with serious perks such as high pay and bonuses, nice accommodation or housing allowances, free transport or company vehicle, paid vacation time. Rahu and Ketu are still sitting in your 4th and 10th house axis. This year, your whole focus is going to be about your home, your inner happiness, and your vehicles. You may change homes this year or finally buy that new house you have been eyeing. The same goes for your car. You'll likely be attracted to plenty of options and might have a hard time deciding. But don't worry, Jupiter's aspect is going to reduce that confusion. Jupiter is going to bless you with a large home and big vehicles. Regarding your career, even with the promotion and increments, your mindset will remain remarkably stable. You'll have a sense of detachment. You'll do your duty and accept the rewards without getting ego-driven or overly attached to the status. Saturn, the lord of your 3rd and 4th house, is currently in your 5th house. Usually Saturn is heavy, but here it is going to make you feel light-hearted and happy. You will find yourself with a positive mindset and a playful heart. If you are married, this is a very strong year for childbirth. If you are single, expect more romantic encounters than usual. For the pet lovers out there, you will likely be bringing more pets into your home this year. Then Saturn's 3rd aspect falls on your moon in the 7th house. Now moon in the 7th already increases your sex drive and libido, bringing a lot of romance into your partnerships. With Saturn adding its weight, expect romance to become intense. If you are in a partnership, expect a very deep, passionate year. If you are single, those casual dates are very likely to lead to a serious long-term encounters. Saturn's 10th aspect also hits your 2nd house, which reinforces those rewards I mentioned earlier. You are basically going to be spoiled for choice when it comes to food, finances, and where you live. Now let's talk about retrograde Jupiter. He rules your 2nd and 5th houses and is currently sitting in your 8th house. In Vedic astrology, 2nd, 5th, 8th and 11th houses are Panapara or wealth-giving houses. With these lords intermingling, there is a great wealth to be found this year. It's going to come into your life in unexpected ways and exactly when you least expect it. Jupiter is in a Parivartana Yoga with the 8th lord Mercury. This tells me 2026 is going to be a highly transformative year for you. You are going to change your food habits, your clothing style and overall look, the way you talk and present yourself. This transformation is triggered by an idea or knowledge coming back from your past. Maybe you read something years ago and it didn't click then, but it clicks now. You are taking that old wisdom and molding your behavior and lifestyle around it to become a completely transformed version of yourself. Moving forward to March 13th, we hit another major turning point. Jupiter finally turns direct in your 8th house of Gemini. On this same day, we have an intense 4-planet conjunction, a stellium, of Mars, Rahu, Retrograde, Mercury, and the Sun in your fourth house of Aquarius. This shift brings a heavy, high energy focus directly into your home life. With your first and sixth lord, Mars is joining the 8th and 11th lord, Mercury, the 10th lord, Sun, and Rahu in the fourth house. Expect a sudden gathering of people at your place. You might find your home suddenly becoming the chosen spot for a bigger get together. It could be work related or family function like a birthday party. You are going to be incredibly active during this period, meeting many people, especially friends or family members you haven't spoken to in a long time. They are all coming back for a meetup now. Because Jupiter is direct and aspecting this from the 8th, these events will happen surprisingly smoothly. All gain of land is very possible here. You might find yourself purchasing property or finally moving into a new home during this window. On the same day, we have Venus and Saturn joining forces in your 5th house. This brings the Lord of your 7th and 12th together with the Lord of the 3rd and 4th in the house of romance and children. What does this mean for you? Expect your relationships to become way more light-hearted and playful. If things have felt heavy or serious lately, that energy is lifting. Your relationships will provide you with a lot of genuine happiness right now. It's a lovely time to spend quality moments with your life partner or romantic interest. Enjoy the vibe. Now let's talk about the direct Jupiter in your 8th house. From its position, it's now aspecting your moon in the 2nd house along with Saturn. This is the green light for your money. We are seeing major forward movement in your finances. If you have been struggling to save or keep your wealth from leaking, look no further. In this window of time, you will finally be able to accumulate and grow your wealth. Jupiter in the 8th can also bring windfall money. If you are someone who buys a regular lottery ticket, keep it up. You might just hit a jackpot or a significant win during this period. The struggle is ending and the accumulation phase is beginning. Moving into mid-year, we hit what is arguably the most powerful date of 2026 for Scorpios. On June 2nd, Jupiter enters Cancer, which is your 9th house. On the same day, we have a beautiful conjunction of Venus and Mercury in your 8th house. Venus and Mercury in the 8th are involved in a mutual aspect with the Moon in your 2nd house. This is a fantastic configuration for wealth. Remember that positive financial movement we talked about in the previous month? Expect it to compound now. This is the peak time to win big lotteries or gain sudden massive wealth and income. If you have been feeling lucky, this is the window to act on it. With Venus, your 7th and 12th lord, joining Mercury, your 8th and 11th lord, in the 8th house, your relationships and friendships are going to go through a sudden transformation. You might find yourself naturally parting ways with certain partners or friends who no longer align with your path. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's necessary clearing. You might face sudden expenses, but don't panic. Since the 12th lord in the 8th house creates Viparita Raja Yoga, these will be good expenses, like investing in something big or high value purchase, rather than malefic ones like hospital bills or accidents. Now let's talk about Jupiter. As the lord of your 2nd and 5th house, Jupiter is now in the 9th house and aspecting Saturn in your 5th house. In Vedic astrology, 9th house is considered the most auspicious placement for Jupiter. And in Cancer, he is exalted. For a Scorpio, this is the best placement. From wealth and abundance to peak health and mental wellness, this Jupiter is here to provide. This exalted Jupiter brings incredible luck to speculative ventures, gambling, lotteries and the like. As I mentioned, if you are ever going to buy a lottery ticket, the time is now. This is a fantastic time for creativity. If you have a project or a dream that needs your focus, stop waiting. The universe is backing you 100%. Last but not least, this is a fantastic time for marriage or long-term commitment for Scorpios. If you have been waiting for the right moment to take the next step in a relationship, the energy in June is perfect for a lasting, blessed union. Scorpios, the gates of luck are wide open. Make sure you take full advantage of this incredibly prosperous time. As we move into the heart of summer, the energy shifts from pure luck to a period of high responsibility and internal reflection. On July 26th, Saturn turns retrograde in your 5th house of Pisces. Simultaneously, we have a massive conjunction of Jupiter and the Sun in your 9th house, along with Venus and Ketu in your 10th house. With the Sun and Jupiter lighting up your 9th house and Venus sitting in your 10th, your professional life is hitting a major peak. Expect increased responsibility at your work. This is the time when you might finally be promoted to those senior roles we discussed earlier in the year. Bosses are watching and they like what they see. If you are single, keep your eyes open at the office. A colleague might suddenly show a strong romantic interest in you. While it sounds exciting, you need to be extremely careful in these romantic affairs. With Ketu involved in the 10th house, there is a real possibility of being exposed to romantic scandals that could affect your professional reputation. If you are going to pursue something, keep it professional and private. Now let's talk about Saturn turning retrograde in your 5th house. As the lord of your 3rd and 4th houses, Saturn going retro in the house of romance and creativity is going to put your heart through a testing phase. This period is all about reassessing your heart and your heart's desires. It is very possible to experience a literal change of heart regarding your current relationship. You will find yourself going through a deep internal thought process. You'll be asking the tough questions. Is this the person truly the one? Am I actually happy? Is this commitment worth the effort? By the end of this retrograde period, you will decide whether you want to double down and commit to your person or if it's time to end the relationship and move on. It's a heavy time for the heart, but a necessary one to ensure your future happiness is on solid ground. As we head into the end of October, the cosmic energy moves into more complex territory. On October 31st, Jupiter enters Leo, making its move into your 10th house. At the same time, we have a very tricky conjunction of retrograde Mercury, the Sun, and retrograde Venus in your 12th house. This setup brings a heavy focus on expenditures and professional shifts. With your 11th and 8th Lord Mercury retrograde, alongside the 10th Lord Sun, and your 7th and 12th Lord Venus also in retrograde, your 12th house is very active. You can expect sudden unforeseen costs, especially related to your partner or your work. You are going to find yourself in a bit of a tug of war. You will try your absolute best to stop, block, or at least reduce these sudden drains on your wallet. There is a visible struggle here regarding your expenses, so keep a very close eye on your accounts during this window. Now let's look at Jupiter's move into your 10th house, where it joins Ketu and aspects Rahu in the 4th house. This is a bit of a double-edged sword for Scorpios. Jupiter here can sometimes signal a loss of property or possessions. You need to be extremely careful with how you handle your assets right now. If you are in the middle of selling a home or a car during this time, you need to be extra cautious. Double check every contract and every detail, or else you might end up facing a loss you didn't see coming. Despite the caution needed for physical assets, Jupiter is still the great benefic in your 10th house. He is going to provide a significant expansion in your career. You will feel a renewed sense of purpose and growth in your professional life. Simultaneously, the aspect on the 4th house will eventually bring a deeper sense of happiness and peace in your home life, provided you navigate the asset side of things with care. It's a time to grow professionally while staying very disciplined with your physical property and your spending. Coming into late November, the cosmic weather changes significantly. On November 25th, Rahu and Ketu shifts their axis into Capricorn and Cancer, which are your 3rd and 9th houses. On this same day, we have a powerful conjunction of Jupiter and Mars in your 10th house. And your 10th Lord Sun is sitting in your ascendant, receiving an aspect from Mars. With Mars now in the 10th house and Venus and Mercury finally turning direct in your 12th, the energy is pointing toward the horizon. From now until the end of the year, you are very likely to receive a job offer from a foreign land or be required to travel abroad for your current work. Yes, this travel will come with increased expenses, but it also brings a lot of enjoyment. More importantly, this trip is going to bring you name, fame, and popularity. Once you return, you will be widely recognized and respected for the work you have done. You are coming back as a transformed professional in the eyes of others. Now let's talk about the new placement of the nodes. Rahu in the third house is absolutely fantastic for you. This placement is going to give you a massive boost in courage and the sheer ability to do hard work. You will find that your efforts are multiplying. Whatever you put your mind to right now, you will have the drive to push it through to the finish line. If you have been feeling hesitant, that's about to disappear. On the flip side, Ketu in the ninth can be a bit of disruptor for your long-term ambitions. You might suddenly feel like the goals you have been chasing aren't that important anymore. You may find yourself wanting to drop certain plans or pivot your life direction entirely. While it's okay to change goals, be careful not to let Ketu make you wander aimlessly. It's fine to shift your focus, but make sure you have a focus. Don't just drift. Pick a new target and use that Rahu energy in the third house to go after it. Now we have finally reached the closing chapter of 2026. On December 11th, Saturn turns direct in your 5th house of Pisces. On this same day, the Sun and Mercury are conjunct in your 1st house. This brings the focus back to you, your role, and your heart as the year winds down. With Mercury, your 8th and 11th Lord, meeting your 10th Lord Sun, right in your 1st house, you can expect a significant change of roles at work. This doesn't just mean a new title, it often means you will be stepping in to do other people's work as well. Expect your workload to increase quite a bit during this final stretch of December. You are being positioned as a key player who can handle the extra weight, so keep that momentum going. Now let's revisit Saturn. Remember how I mentioned back in July that you would be reassessing your feelings for your loved ones, how you would be deep in thought about whether to commit or walk away? Well, the retrograde is finally over. Expect to gain total clarity. The fog is lifting, and you will know exactly who you are going to continue sharing your life with. It could be the same person you started the year with, now with a renewed and tested bond, or it could be a completely new person who aligns better with the transformed version of you that emerged this year. Let's wait and see who stands by your side as the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve. And with that, I'll let you all know that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you all enjoy this yearly forecast for Scorpio moon and Scorpio risings. If you like this video, comment below and let me know how these transits are showing up for you. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for future videos. I am Dave and I'll see you all in the next one.